in the world that you're interested in, and one so much that you're not interested in. Melanie, go ahead and start.
One problem in the world that I think is very serious is the attacks because of different religion. And something that I don't think that doesn't interest me a lot is the pollution around the world.
Okay. Why?
Because sometimes I know that pollution is going to hurt the world more, but I would like to save the population of people more than right now and wait for the pollution to get more serious.
Okay. Carmela?
One thing that I need to learn more about is the abuse people are doing. And one thing I don't know to learn about is fires.
Why does the fires interest you?
Because it happens it's not different. It just happens a lot. And a lot of abuse, like fires. I don't know.
Okay. Rhea?
One that I'm interested in is people's loved ones are getting killed, and one of them that I'm not that interested in is people going to jail, and that's because they deserve to go to jail for something they did.
Ms. Jones?
Something I'm interested in is world starvation. Something I'm not interested in is fires.
Fires. I'm going to point out when you said bullying. Why would you not be interested in bullying?
Because it deals with a lot of, I don't know how to say it, but complex stuff, and I'm not really interested in it.
Even after how much we've worked with it at school this year about bullying, you're kind of...
The point is because we already are interested in it at school, so I don't really need to be more interested, even though we're already getting more interested in it.
You feel like you've read enough?
Yeah.
Like,
I already know enough about it to know how it happens
Like I know how
and
people
why
kill
people do
themselves and
it.
stuff, but
We know why, but we know enough to answer questions about it on our
Okay, great. Anybody else want to share anything right now? Anything more? Anything? It's interesting you guys have world hunger and homeless on there because I think those are hot topics. Why would they be hot topics right now?
because
In December.
see that
it's
December,
outside.
and it's
People
really
don't really go to the
sad
store because
because
it's like snowy all over the ground, and then it won't be able to drive everywhere. So that's gonna be cause some hunger. And homeless people, it's gonna be cold. They're gonna be outside holding signs for nothing to eat. 'Cause people might be just gonna be selfish. Give them no money to go to the store and get some food.
Okay, but what about what's coming up in a couple weeks?
Christmas, and they can celebrate it with their family because either they don't have enough money to do it, and they don't have a house to provide for their family.
Well, actually, they do have a house somewhere around here, but it's like a homeless.
It's cold out. It's
Yeah.
starting to get colder
That's what
outside,
they
and
do.
you don't got no warm place to be.
They don't got a fireplace.
No, they don't have a fireplace. If they don't have a home, they don't have a fireplace. Okay, so what I want you to do, you guys, before we started this, I had you look through the newspaper, okay, to find an article. I want you to choose, let's focus today on our article that we're interested in, okay? I want you to find that article, you can cut it out, okay? And then we're going to go in and dissect it. We're going to get the 5 W's, okay? So we can really understand that article. Now, then the whole objective is for you to understand real world issues that are going on today, and also for you to be able to dig into an article, because some of this vocabulary is very intense because adults read the newspaper. Not a lot of kids read a newspaper, okay? So the final project, the outcome is you will be presenting in front of a panelist of people, your regular homeroom teachers, some board members, and Miss Randall, Mr. Gall, and some other adults, maybe the high school principal, and you'll be explaining your article that you chose that you have a real passion about, and then you are going to tell them how you are going to fix that problem.
Oh, my
You are going to be in charge of having a whole plan of how you will fix this problem. And you're going to research it and figure out what you can do. I mean, we're going to really research and come with real world issues and how we can fix them. Okay? So, I think most of you have your articles. If you don't have your articles and you feel like you just can't find something, we can go online. Does anybody know what some of the major news stations or news is called? Fox News?
Traffic 9, what's it called? 8, channel 8, like,
CNN.
And like, RTV6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I don't know the name. I know it's single has.
Okay.
Like, it's like, they'll use something. Like, I can draw a picture of simple for my CPU.
Well, you guys have mentioned a lot, so if you feel like you need to get on an iPad and maybe get on CNN.com, or if you have your article in front of you and you know where it is, go ahead and we can tear it out or cut it out. So whatever you guys want. If you have it, let me know, and you can go ahead on your packet, and where it says title article, go ahead and write your article title down. And again, this one, the other one, this one, you want all this one? Okay, let's look at this one. What is this one about? Does it have like an issue that needs to be fixed? Because we're looking for issues that you're interested in, that you can get a plan to fix it. What do you think? Should we look a little bit more? Because it looks like, what's this one about? Okay. Let's go ahead and look for some more. And everybody is going to be at different spots and work at their own pace. So don't freak out if you don't have your article right now. I will work with the people that do have their articles, okay? So I'm going to switch use spots so I can sit by these two as you get an iPad or look through more to try to find articles. So let's go ahead. Okay, so I want to know why you chose this specific one.
I chose this because, like the title, it caught me when I read it. It said nation's wells draining dry, and some places don't have a lot of water. And now to know that there's more places that are losing water, it's interesting to me because I don't want, like, I know it might not happen, but like the whole world's running out of water.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this obviously it wouldn't be in the newspaper if there wasn't a crisis about it. So, okay. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead, your source. The source is where you found it, where you read, and that would be the Indianapolis Star. Go ahead and put the date. Just put the Indianapolis Star.
This is called the Indianapolis Star. This came today.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to make sure we were current.
But this was like a long time ago. Like what Jeff told me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I will fix that.
Okay.
How do I go to
How would she Google that? Okay, so go ahead and read through this, and I want you can underline, this is yours now, okay? So you're gonna take this with you, and as we work through the unit and I pull you out, you're gonna go through this, and I want you to do the 5 W's. First of all, who, what, when, where, and why, okay? And then I want you to find the issue or the problem in this news story. What's going on, okay? So go ahead and switch, let's switch Carmela's seats, and you go ahead and move over there, and then I will check back in with you in just a second, okay? Carmela, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, come sit by me. Okay. Now, did you hear about this case? I guess. Okay. Why are you passionate about this?
Because I don't like how every time I turn around on the news, somebody always getting abused by somebody. And all people really use us women for is just abuse. So I want to fix that and make sure we are used for the right purposes instead of this. So I chose it because I need to learn more about it so I know how to fix it and what to do to fix it.
Okay. Now, I want to talk to you. Just, do you know the whole story about who Jared Fogle is? Who was he?
He just felt it out.
Okay. And do you know what happened?
Yeah, him and this woman had a conversation on the phone. It was a fake conversation. And then she was just listening to what he said on the phone to her. And in her head, she was just thinking, this is that. And then she was basically pretending to team up with him so he could tell her all of his stuff he's going to do. And then she had told the authority, I think, and then that's when they had found out and then arrested him because he had like a little program full of kids. And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I want you to I want to pull the whole story for you. I want you to do the beginning to right now. Because I think when you even see the whole timeline of events, you're going to get upset. Because, first of all, he had a charity. You know, a lot of wealthy people have their own charities. And so, the charity, the guy who was the president or vice president of his charity was arrested first when they got his computer and saw all the pictures of the young children. And then they went in. Do you remember watching the news when they had the FBI raid and they went into Jared Fogle's house? Did you see that?
I watched
Okay.
the film and heard about it.
Okay. So we'll pull up the news clip. I want you to look at that. So then the feds came in and just like knocked on his door and had a search warrant because you cannot go into a house without a search warrant. And they literally just took all his computers out, everything. People thought that Jared was innocent. They just thought that they were doing that to find more evidence because the president or vice president of his charity, this other guy, was already in trouble. Come to find out, Jared was right there with him. And so, if you read, Jared, he did not, I'm not going to tell you, I want you to see how many years he got. And then I want you to go research how many years in prison he got. And then I want you to go research other people who do the same thing, and I want you to see what their punishment is. Should he have gotten more?
Because he got Taylor got 27.
Why?
Well, same thing.
But why did they get a difference? What did Fogle do?
He had charity kids.
I want you to really, this weekend, I want you to really read up on it, and I'm going to call Mom and ask her tell her why you're doing this so she understands what I'm assigning you. But I think this is really, being a child and being a young, almost teenage girl, this has got to really upset you. Because a lot of these girls, first of all, they were paid off. So they were paid $1 million each, and they think that that's going to cure them. You know, you're very emotional after you're abused. You're never the same. And so, he's ruined these girls' lives. So I'm going to call Mom and tell her that I want you to read more onto this and really get the whole timeline and the whole story, because then I think that you can really, you'll get even more upset and have more of a passion to kind of fix this problem. Okay? Got it? Okay. So go ahead on this part, go ahead and read this one, and then I want you to put the title of the article, the source where you found it, the Indy Star, and then I want you to find the who, what, when, and where, and why of it, so we can really dig deep down inside. Okay? Alrighty. Bria, do you know what you're doing? You can mark all over this, because this is yours now. Okay. What about you? Okay. What do we got here? guys are definitely like girl power over here. She's got about girls' rights. Okay. Let's see. Why don't we? Because this looks like more of like a happy story, not with really issues. Let's try. Why don't you type in CNN.com and let's see what's there. Let's go through those together. Bria, what website are you on? Okay. Is there anything in there that, I mean, even if it's something that maybe you didn't put on your list, but you see an article that like you're like, ooh, wow, like that gets me, or if you're just like so shocked about it that you want to read more, that's great too. Channel 6 News, Channel 13 News, CNN.com.
Is that CNN.com?
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things about the president, issues now. Have you read about, let's see, let's go back. Have you heard about this shooting in San Bernardino? Are you interested in anything? So now we have the group ISIS. Have you heard about ISIS before? Okay. So they had the terror attack in Paris, right? We heard about that. It was about 3 weeks ago. And so now are you interested in any of that at all? The ISIS, it's a Muslim organization. Are you interested in that at all? Okay. So this San Bernardino was a husband and wife that went into the husband's job and shot 14 people. And then when they look back, there was a phone call and they look at their computers and stuff, they had ISIS, connections with ISIS in California. So if you're interested in that, that's a huge issue right now that I'd love to see what a kid's point of view is. So, I mean, you can go to next to whatever you feel that I want you guys to be interested in this, okay? Because you're not really going to be engaged and put 110% in if you don't have a passion for it. You're going to get bored. Maria, what do you think? How are you doing over there? Anything? It's not on my desk. What would you, I'm trying to think, what would you like to learn about?
Mysterious murders that's going on.
Okay. Like, give me an example of one. Or that you maybe heard about. CNN.com. I'm gonna move over towards you and see what we can figure out here. Okay. Do you want local or do you want, because I think that there's, especially right now in Indianapolis, unfortunately over where you guys, close to where these two live, the east side, not so close, but there is so much shooting.
One time we was going to go take my auntie home. We saw like when we was going home, we saw this boy and he didn't have no clothes on besides his underclothes because he ran away from home because he said that his mom's boyfriend was trying to hurt him or something. So he ran away and we was trying to help him. They was trying to help him out. So we always got extra stuff in our car. So we let him have a cover. And then some more people came. And then somebody went to go home and get him a change of clothes. And
So, why don't you do something on the crime populations on the east side, since it sounds like something you're passionate about, like the problems going on. Let's see, let's look at Channel 6 News and see what we can see. Or Channel 13, whatever, make sure you put Indianapolis in. You got anything yet? What do you got? Okay.
hot topics.
Hold on. What's this one right here? Oops. So, do you? This is.
Good afternoon, teachers and students. Thank you for another great day of teaching and learning. There are no announcements today, but I will be on in approximately 3 minutes to begin dismissal. Thank you.
So, there's a lot. There might be some background that you need. This is really tough stuff. Do you think that you'll be, I'm not saying you can't comprehend it, but there's a lot about financial and prime ministers and Al-Qaeda, and you might have to do a lot of back work for this. Just want to make sure. You think that I just don't want you to get bored with it. What do you think? Okay, let's see, one of the passions that Miss Miranda saw that you really, when you talked about, was the starvation and stuff. So let's look, especially during the holidays, let's look at some local news. Just want to make sure you're into it, as you're able really to comprehend it and really come up with a good solution.
The one you tapped, you said I think police chase and then they end up crashing.
Miss Miranda has a big passion. Well, sometimes I wonder if police chases are really worth it, because a lot of times they get in a wreck, their car spins out of control, and then sometimes they end up hitting innocent people. So is it really worth it? Because some of the people, like, they rob a bank or something. Like, they don't murder anyone, but they rob a bank and then you chase them and it causes chaos, and then sometimes innocent people get killed because their car crashes into an innocent person. So is it worth it? So, let's see. Here, look at some of these. so go ahead and, is there email on that iPad or we can email it and print it out for you so you can have it? Let's see.
Oh, what if I just borrow it?
I'm gonna let you, here's kind of like the most popular things I don't see. Okay, so we're gonna kind of wrap this up. I wanna kind of go around, especially with you two.
There is one announcement for 4th and 5th grade girls. There will be basketball tryouts on Monday and Wednesday after school. If you are planning to try out, please make sure you have made all necessary arrangements. At this time, our first round buses are dismissed.
Okay. Is there anything,
And bus 69, Ronnie Terrace, bus 66, the purple bus 135, and bus 141. Thank you.
why did you get a short amount of time?
Because Taylor had to get longer and he did it for 8 days, 4 years. And also
What are your thoughts on that?
that thing that
Yeah,
nobody actually caught me until like 4 years later.
right. Okay, so I want you to research more.
At this time, all first round buses are dismissed. Bus 66, bus 135, bus 141, and Rowney Terrace for bus 69.
Is there anything else that, as you read through this and finding your 5 W's, that you were kind of shocked on or you learned?
I hit the bike for just
That-
transmitting the camera, and then they want to take a picture of a girl that's younger than 2 years old.
What about you? Anything else that kind of interested in? I mean, are you still interested in the article after reading it? Do you want to change? What do you think?
All the water in California and all those places, they're pumping up all the water from the bottom, of the earth and in the ground, and the earth is sinking, and all these roads and paths are getting damaged. And it's we never knew the world could do that to us. Are falling in, and it's weird.
So you two, we found out our stuff. So over the weekend, and then you can work on the first page of your packet, okay? And then I'll make sure that I email your parents the. Actually, you two are you're a car rider. You're a bus. You're not first round, are you? Anybody here first round? Before I forget. Yeah.
And then we're both going to do that the same thing.
But you're not first round, right? You shouldn't be. Okay, I'm gonna make sure you don't miss your bus. Okay, I will email Mom that link, and then I will print yours out because you're a car rider. I will email Mom the link. And then last thing I want to talk about is that we will be getting email addresses, okay? Each person will be getting their own email address, okay? And this will be just for Gifted and Talented. Okay, you'll have to sign a permission slip and your parents have to agree to it, but this is how
Bus
we're going to be
135
communicating.
is running a little bit late, but
Over,
students
like,
may
the
go out
weekend,
front
if
and
you
wait
guys
with an
need help,
administrator.
send it
Again,
back,
bus
then
135 is
email
running
me.
a little
Okay,
bit
I'll
late,
give you my
but the
email,
first
and we'll
round
make
bus
sure that-
students can go out
because
front and wait with an
society is so
administrator.
crazy these
At this
days.
time,
Things
our
like this
kindergarten
happen
and first grade
later.
students
We
are
have to make
dismissed.
sure that we
Kindergarten
copy
and first grade
your
is now
emails
dismissed.
and stuff just because people are crazy. So it's sad that society's like that. But anyways, so I'm hoping Mr. Kinsey will get those by the end of the before Christmas break, so we can really communicate over Christmas break. I do want you guys working hard. However, I want you to relax. at the same
Tyshawn
time.
Harris, you
Okay?
need to ride the bus home. Tyshawn Harris, you need to
What?
ride the bus home.
And it's not gonna be for personal use, it's for school, high ability. And then last thing, we need to come up with a name since, we've just started meeting and we've got everybody tested and now I have all the kids that I'm gonna work with for the rest of the year. I want a name for our club. Cause I think that it makes others feel uncomfortable when I say my high ability group, and people might think that, it makes me, yeah. So this weekend, think of some group names, and we're gonna present them to Miss Randall. Okay? No, there's more. But yeah, this is my big kid half of my big kid group.
Oh, I was gonna say the girls. But
Then we'd have all the girls in the school here. It'd be crazy. So